Right, thumbs up.
What's up, everybody? What's up? It's Alan Deal Jr. here, aka Addict to Athlete. We're just doing a test run today, so if you're out there, appreciate you listening. Yeah, so I guess I'll just talk a little bit about some things going on right now. Today marks actually 2 months to the day that I got released from prison. So yeah, that's it's pretty crazy how fast God's been working in my life when you seek him, and it's just been awesome. But it's also something you can lose sight of really quick too when things start going really well. So I do have that in mind as well, and just really excited for this opportunity. Not only are we going to be having you know uh, people on the show that overcome obstacles, that we're going to have addicts in recovery, we're going to have athletes, professional athletes, people that, anybody that has a good story, a comeback story, anything like that. So just going to speak a few minutes today about about my life, and just because, like I said, we're doing a test run, just to see how this goes, and we're going to work out any kinks that's going to be happening before. And I kind of see one in the background right now. I don't know if y'all see it too, but it's a little flashing, but we'll get that fixed up. But yeah, so I'm really super excited about the debut episode coming on March 9th at 8 p.m. It's going to be going live. It's going to be interactive, so everybody can chime on in, ask questions, and talk to the guest as well. And so I am super excited to announce who's going to be coming on my first episode. It's going to be IFBB Pro Ed Brown Jr. Man, this guy, and if you don't know what the IFBB is, it's the International Federation of Bodybuilding. This guy is a really good friend of mine too. We're both from Round Rock, Texas. And it's just going to be awesome to have him on the show. Not only is he an elite professional athlete, and he's been doing it for so long, but he's also a great father and a great husband, and he trains people, and he wants people to be healthy, and it's just going to be an awesome show, and I can't wait to have him on there. My son's actually going to be doing the teaser video of Ed and some of his clips, and some pictures of Ed and I together at the gym. I kind of feel like, I don't want to give you too much information. I want Ed to be able to explain everything, but I feel like I've had a cheat code, with this guy in my life. Even though we are two separate type of bodybuilders, I'm more on the physique side. He's more on the muscle building side. The guy knows what he's doing, and he's always helped me out whenever I had questions. And it's going to be awesome for people who are struggling, to get out there. They don't know where to start. It's going to be really cool to have him on here. And, like I said, he trains people for a living. And we'll give you all his information when we have him on Sunday night, March 9th. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, so as far as everything goes, like I said, today marks 2 months exactly to the day that I've been out of prison. And it's just been crazy, man. Not only was it crazy in there, and I don't know if a lot of y'all heard the my story about being in prison and why I was there. I'll just, I guess, briefly explain that for a second. But yeah, I got caught up in a testosterone charge in 2018, late 2018, and I finally went through court, and like I said, I almost had to spend 5 years mandatory because it was a drug-free zone, the gym that I was in. And but I did fight it because I was unaware that it was it was next to a park. And so I did win that part of it. So they dropped the mandatory, and they ended up giving me um just a 7-year sentence for that. And by the grace of God, I only had to serve 1 year and 3 months. But man, it's a whole different world in there. It's yeah, I mean, everything's different. Race plays a huge part. The food is, you can't have a good diet in there, and unless you're just super rich, and can, can afford tuna and brown rice, all the time. But it was very hard to stay in shape in there too. Just so you know, I did. I think I went in probably in the best shape of my life, about 175, and I was under 10% body fat. And yeah, went in crazy, and within 3 months it was my muscle had lost. I had lost it. It was crazy how fast it went away. And I was doing burpees, I was doing push-ups all day long. Um, you know, just not much you can do in there without weights. And then when I went to prison, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna be able to work out. I was trying to think of anything positive I could think of that I could get out of it. But they're so short staffed on guards. We were unable to work out in there as well. I think in the year and 3 months, I had rec about 3 times. And they don't even have weights. It's just like a pull up bar in a fenced in basketball court. Yeah, there's just not much you can do to build muscle there. And they don't want you building muscle, anyway. It's not like the movies where you got all these free weights out there. So it was very difficult for me to stay in shape. And so the 2 months that I have been out of prison, I have been constantly working out for about and eating right. My diet is the key, right? So I've been concentrating on my relationship with God overall, first and foremost. I can't lose sight of the fact that you know that God has done wonders in my life every single time that I seek Him. It's just been amazing, and I know not to get complacent anymore and try to get comfortable with everything going so well. And I just got to thank Him and have gratitude every single day. That He put me here for a reason, and that I'm here for a purpose. One other thing I did want to mention is they do have tablets in prison, right? So you're able to watch podcasts like this. You got to get them approved by Texas Department of Criminal Justice and Securus, and they'll have has to go through there. But and my goal is to be on the tablets. I have a birthday coming up. The reason we're doing a debut on March 9th is because my daughter's birthday and my birthday party, they're one day apart. Well, I don't have a birthday, actual birthday this year. It was a leap day, baby. So I celebrate on the 28th, and my daughter's is the 27th. So we're going down to Round Rock, next weekend. And I get to see Ed too. So that's going to be cool. We're going to go over the show and, just get ready and prep and everything for that. So that is something you will not want to miss. But I did a birthday fundraiser on my social media accounts for Worthy People Ministries. It was a ministry that while I was in prison, really, it's a nonprofit too. So you can check it out on my Facebook, my Instagram, I think has it too, where you can donate to the Worthy People Ministries. They were somebody that helped give me hope, that God wasn't done with me, and that when every day in there feels the same, it's just the same stuff over and over and over again. And the stuff I saw in there, I tried to maintain a relationship with God and be very close to Him while I was there. And it's just with all the evil in this world, it's really hard to stay focused. when the same stuff is going on every day, and you're being told when you can eat, you know, when you're not on lockdown, when to go to the bathroom sometimes, it's just when you can use the phone, when you can use your tablets. Will they even charge your tablets? We didn't have separate charging stations. We had to turn them in, and sometimes they wouldn't even give them back to us. So, um, you know, so yeah, as far as Worthy People though, it's a great organization based out of San Antonio. And man, like I said, they did a lot for me while I was in there on the podcast that I got to listen to. And they made me realize, like, hey, look, man, just because this is a road bump in and the whole world's going on without me, okay, while I'm in there, uh God's not done with me. And it's a clear sign. I've only been out for 2 months, and only been in Kerrville for less than 6 weeks, and just things are happening left and right. And it's just the power of the Lord is amazing, and what he can do in someone's life, and when you seek him. And so that's my main focus, obviously, is trying to maintain my relationship with God, and just thank him, and have gratitude every day that I am alive, and that I'm healthy, and that I have a chance to bounce back, from this, and from prison, and from all the stuff I've done, and the people that I've hurt. And that you can too, whoever is listening. If he doesn't love me more than he loves anybody else. It's just I looked for him, and I searched him out, and he was right there the whole time. No matter how many times I turned my back on God, he never turned his back on me. So praise God for that. And that's what this podcast is going to be about. It's going to be about overcoming obstacles, how I never give up. That's one thing nobody can ever say about me, is that I'm a quitter. If anything, I come back even stronger when I do come back. And so my goal now is just to maintain and never have to come back again. Maintain that relationship, keep God first. And it was really difficult for me, when I was in that contest in Muscle and Fitness magazine, and I started getting some notoriety in 2022. I let it get to my head, and I let my ego come in, and it really kind of threw me in a loop, and and it made me lose sight of the fact that the reason I was there was because of God. It wasn't because of me, And so I'm trying to keep that focus on God right now in everything that I do. But as far as the trying to get back into shape, the shape I was, it's coming along very nicely. I've already gained 15 pounds in less than 6 weeks, just eating right. I don't know if it's muscle memory, or anything like that. I am taking First Form supplements to try to, get my protein intake back up to 1.5 grams per pound. So I'm about 170 right now. I'm trying to get over 250 grams of protein a day, which is pretty simple for me with what I do. And yeah, just grateful to be alive, and well, super grateful to be alive, and the fact that I almost died in a car accident on the way over here. And I'm not kidding when we say that. If it wasn't for my manager having great defensive driving skills, yeah, I don't think we would have had a head-on collision at about 55 miles an hour. That wasn't our fault. So thank you, God, for looking out for me on the way over here too, because that was scary. But yeah, I made it here, and he's got my back. He always has. So let's see. Yeah, if anybody wants to make a comment on any of these live feeds, go ahead and do it. Just let us know if everything is working properly, if you can see everything properly. I definitely am going to rewatch it or watch it when I get done, just to see if there's any kinks that we need to fix before March 9th. But yeah, super excited for y'all to meet Ed. Him and I go way back, and like I said, we both his mom actually was one of my teachers, and a lot of people in Round Rock know him because of that. He actually also, kind of funny, lived down the street from my aunt and uncle, so I got to see him even when we didn't go to the same school. So very excited to have him on, and I know he's excited too. And like I said, he'll be answering some questions. I'm sure he won't mind. I haven't really asked him about that, but I'm sure Ed won't mind. He'll be happy to take interactively y'all's comments will pop up, and we'll be able to ask you some questions, or you'll be able to ask him some questions and answer them. In the meantime, my son is going to be making a teaser video with Ed's clips and Ed's pictures and some of us together, so y'all can see what kind of a beast this guy is, because that's one word to describe him is he's a beast, man. I mean, the guy's 45 years old. He's been doing this for over 20, maybe 30 years. I don't even know, probably since he was 17, and been a professional athlete for decades, and he still looks like a Greek god. I mean, it's just amazing what he does and what he does for the community in trying to get people healthy again. And he's very successful at it, and I'm super excited about it. And like I said, this show's not just about recovery or coming over obstacles. It's just going to be about good stories, period. And Ed definitely has one that I want to that I would love to share with y'all. But yeah, so as far as my story goes, I'm just trying to make about a 30-minute episode just so we can just see how it goes. Most of you know my story, that I've been in an addict for well, I don't care, probably since a little kid. And when I say an addict, I've always had that mentality where I'm full flight or nothing, whether it was video games, sports, it doesn't matter. I always take it to the extreme, and in ways that's okay if it's something positive and you keep God first, but it's real easy for somebody like with ADD or to lose sight of the fact that and your ego not come into play, so but yeah, I've been an addict pretty much my whole life. And I was addicted to anything that changed the way I felt. I didn't like the way I felt inside, then I would go use. And I've been married twice, and pretty much lost both my marriages because of my addiction. Thank God I'm still best friends with one of them. For my daughter's sake, we have a great relationship, and she's been a full-time supporter of me throughout the years, and I'm very blessed to have her in my life too. And and my daughter, it's good for my daughter to see that as well, but yeah, so lost a lot of stuff, a million times, and I've always got it back. Well, God's always given it back to me. I had liver and kidney failure in 2006, and it was a horrible time in my life. And like I said in the interview that I did on Ada's show, the day I got out after 40 something days of being on dialysis and in intensive care, I went and got drunk, and I almost just died in the hospital. Had a 10% chance to live, and I couldn't even see. My eyesight was still very, very blurry. Never had to have glasses ever. And so it was something that was new to me. But that's just where I thought, and I've been to treatment a lot of times, and I'm trying to not ever go back to prison or to treatment or anything like that. I just want to be here and help other people. That's my goal, and I think, that's one thing I never did enough was I never showed people how I got through all the stuff as much as I should have. It takes me away from my ego and myself when I'm able to do that. And so that's the whole reason I'm bringing this podcast into play, is to, this was something that was in the works before I went to, sponsors here and that, and some of the stuff, some of the equipment that I was going to have to get. It just was, it was coming along very slowly, but it was in process. So when I got out, wasn't even looking for any of this. Actually got kind of brought, my manager called me and said, "Hey man, I know somebody in Kerrville who has a studio and would be willing to talk to you. She wants to talk to you." And that's how I got introduced to Ada. and her studio. So I thank God for the platform that He's allowing me to speak on right now, and I'm just super blessed to, like I said, be alive, be out of prison, be able to go to my daughter's birthday party, have a job, and be able to, spread God's hope and love out there to people, and it's just an amazing opportunity, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get with more experience of me doing this and what's going on and the guests that I'm going to have on the show. It's going to be a really fun time for me and everybody that wants to listen and see how people overcome obstacles. And it's also going to be about health. And so, like I said, if you're having trouble, getting out there, not knowing where to start, if you're working out or something like that, whether it's your diet or you just don't have the drive, I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss March 9th at 8 p.m. With Mr. Ed Brown Jr. It's going to be awesome. And like I said, this guy just basically gave me a free cheat code whenever I needed something or to find out, anything about working out. Hey man, why are my shoulders not getting so big? I've been working my shoulders. Like, man, all right, try this exercise. Maybe try some resistance training. Maybe the guy's on it. And man, I'll tell you what, my shoulders blew up in a few weeks after talking to Ed the last time. I was having trouble some with my abs, like the bottom two abs, the top four. I know this is stuff that people that are in, it's important to people that are in physique. And man, my abs were on point. And that was because of my diet. I hardly ever work out abs on a regular basis. It's just diet, and for me it is, at least. Ed will call it genetics, but I'm like, man, I don't know. I just eat right. I don't think I've had a piece of bread, and since I've been out of prison, I ate so much in there. I'm strictly on like a salad, grilled chicken, grilled fish, that kind of thing right now. And Ed's going to be here to talk about all that for you out there who are wondering how you get like that. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, so we're at 22 minutes right now. Just get back into it a little bit. But yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on right now. Like I said, we're just trying to find 30 minutes here, just to see when we rewatch it, how it came out, how it sounds, and that kind of thing. And make sure that it went to all the platforms as well. Still having trouble with Instagram Live. You have to go through a lot more loopholes with them. Like you got to get a live code, and you got to go through this process where they got to approve you, and I'm in that process right now. So we're trying to get that done. After all, I got more followers on that account. That's the one I was concentrating on most. Back when I was doing this in 2022, that was the platform that paid better, than any of the other ones, and now it's kind of opposite. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get it wrapped up. It's about 23 minutes in. Just wanted to say I appreciate everybody for all your support. We're gonna rewatch this, make sure we're good. Ed, can't wait to have you on, man. It's gonna be awesome. And we'll see you guys on March 9th at 8 p.m. Goodbye. We'll see y'all on March 9th, 8 p.m.
You're muted. We're bringing up the music. Are you hearing it?
Mm-mm.
You don't hear music yet?
No music yet.
Oh, wrong button.